What's up, family? What's up, queens, beautiful ones? I hope that everyone is doing amazing. I hope that you all are being amazing as well. This is what I was thinking about today, ladies. I feel like the greatest trick, greatest distraction, the greatest illusion ever created was in regards to love, the way it's portrayed, um, lack of it, especially regarding ourselves. Um, Many of you all may not realize why I always talk about how important it is to love yourself. Because without it, you can't do shit. You can't. And I don't use that word, but I'm telling you it's the truth. You can't do anything. You can't be anything. You can't be who you are. You can't walk in your purpose. You can't walk in your destiny. You can't manifest the way you want to. And this goes for any being. Any being. Man, woman, child. If you're not loving yourself, you cannot aspire to be your greatest self. And that's why I say it's the greatest trick, it's the greatest illusion that they ever pull, was to, first of all, show you or tell you that God is love, because it's true, but then distract you with so many ways of not loving one another, like extending love to people, distract you with so many ways to get you to not love yourself first, and to distract you with so many lustful things, but to tell you that that's love, and it's not. Greatest trick, right? And I feel like many people don't even realize, right? Like people say, fact from fiction, or the truth, the absolute truth from realities that you've been programmed to see. Some people don't realize the difference between what's really true and what's an illusion. And that's the greatest trick they ever proved, or they ever portrayed, rather. And the reason I say I feel like when it comes to self-love, right, you can't do anything. Because if you don't have love for yourself first, like for you, you don't know who you are, you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, you don't know what you're capable of. And even if you, let's say you did know, how are you going to walk in it when you don't love yourself enough to walk in it, to be confident enough to walk in it? Which is why I say you can't do anything, because when you don't have that love for yourself, when you don't have that worth for yourself, anyone and anything can come and distract you. This is not just pertaining to romantic love. No. This is family. This is friendships. This is even career, business, and jobs. Because what did I say? If you don't have self-love, you don't have self-worth. Like, you don't know your worth and your value. If you don't love yourself, you don't know your worth and your value. So you will allow a person, let's say in a romantic relationship, to make you feel unworthy, because you don't know your worth. You don't even love yourself. So then you can allow them to distract you and tell you your worth and tell you who you are. If you're with your family and you have a purpose, but your family says you do it this way, you do it that way, this is what we do, you can't do it different, you think you better than us, you absolutely will think, no, I'm not better than them. I can't do that because they said it. So they can distract you from even walking in your purpose, right? If you're at a job or you have a career, you not loving yourself, you not knowing your worth, may cause you to not realize that, hey, I'm better than this. I am worth more than what they're paying me. I have greater skills. I have greater gifts. Or listen, even if it's a stepping stone and you're not supposed to stay there long, you not loving yourself and knowing your worth is going to make you overstay your welcome. Overstay your welcome. And you'll get stuck there. And that's why I say you can't do anything in life, family. You can't do nothing if you don't love yourself. And that's the greatest trick. That's the greatest distraction, the greatest illusion that has been shown for you to not love yourself. Because see, if you love yourself, can't nobody play with you. I don't care who it is. I don't care what their title is. They cannot play with you because you know you. So why do you think there are so many distractions in this world, in this universe, in this society that are programming you to not love yourself and not just accept yourself for who you are? Because they know that once you start doing it, they can't play with you no more. Like I said, I don't care if it's a person, a relationship, a family, a friend, a job. Once they know that you know who you are, you love yourself, and you know your worth, they know they can't play with you no more. So this is how I feel about that, though. This is how I feel about that. It's never too late. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again, and I will continue to say that. I don't care what you have done. I don't care what you have been through. I don't care how you went through it. It is never too late for you to look in the mirror and decide that you are better than your circumstances. You are better than what you've been through. You are better than what you did, because none of us are perfect, right? And it's always, like I say, forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it. When you learn how to love yourself and love yourself first, you will stop tolerating certain things. You will stop tolerating certain people. You will stop tolerating certain thoughts like that you expose to yourself, that you allow to control you as well. Remember, I said, when you don't love yourself, you can't even manifest the way you want to. I'm just being real, because manifestation is about knowing. You can't think. You can't believe lies. You have to know that if you ask for something, if you have sent it up, you have talked to the Most High about it, you have put it in the universe, you're going to get it. The greatest challenge is you not trying to be in control of how you get it. But the thing about it is, when you don't love yourself, you kind of in the back of your mind don't think you can get it no way, and you won't. Remember, I said you can't do shit if you don't love yourself. You can't manifest something if you don't love yourself enough to know that you're worthy of it. Okay. See that fly trying to distract me? Seriously, you can't get anything, right, if you allow things to distract you. Even if, let's just say, because I'll speak for myself, I've been there. I have been on the end where I knew my purpose and I allowed family or whoever to distract me. I have been in relationships where people did not want me to love myself the way I was loving myself, so I allowed. Remember, I said I, because we take accountability, where I've allowed the distractions. Just like that fly, it was just a distraction. Because sometimes we don't realize how, no matter how small a distraction is, what kind of impact it can have on you. We don't realize that if a commercial come on, you know what I'm saying? And let's say you're working on being healthy, but you watching commercials that are showing you unhealthy food, and you vow that you're going to stay away from them. You don't realize how programming is real to teach you how to not love yourself and not complete goals you have. You don't realize how you may be in a relationship with someone and they know your worth. They know you're worthy, but if they feel like they can distract you even on a small level to cause you to interfere with your own destiny, that they'll do it. Some of us don't realize you're in a family with people because, we've been sent to do it. It is what it is. And they don't know their own worth, so they will cause distractions towards you. Listen, family, it only takes small doses of bullshit to knock you off your game. Small doses, small little bitty things implanted in you. When I taught, and even as a therapist, I have to tell people everything starts from childhood. When you think about small doses of things that have been placed in you all your life, even starting from childhood, some of y'all are going to realize the reason you don't love yourself, or you didn't, because I know we're on that journey now, or you didn't love yourself the way you were supposed to. It wasn't because you didn't already know that you should have. Many of you all started off doing it. It was because you had so many distracting people around you. They was like flies and shit, just like that. It wasn't that you walked in a company and you worked a job and you knew when you were going in that, hey, this is a job. I have to do this right now. But it's a stepping stone. I'm going to get this career that's going to be more fulfilling to me, or I'm going to step into my purpose that's going to be more fulfilling to me, and I'm going to make more money. It only takes small distractions. And some of them, listen, it's like people dangling Chuck E. Cheese coins in front of you, but you swear it's gold. You swear it's gold. You know what I mean? Deception, distractions. Sometimes you can get small increments of increases in money, and you don't realize that all money ain't good money, or even those small amounts that you got, you're worth more than that. And I'm just here today, family, to say, like, please remove the veil. Remove the blindfold, because we all have been subjected to it. Each and every one of us. That's distracting you. That is trying to program you and trying to tell you don't love yourself. Because many of us think that it's just about fixing yourself up. Loving who you are naturally. Achieving certain goals. Being healthy. It is. It's about all of that. But it's also about not letting those small distractions, those small negative things that people try to implant in you to distract you and allow you now, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to cause you to forfeit your destiny by not loving yourself enough to know your worth. They always say I think, and I'm not sure verbatim, so don't quote me, but I feel like they say the greatest trick that the devil pulled was to make everybody realize he was God, or something to that effect. The greatest trick that can be pulled sometimes is to show you something and dangle it in your face, but then show it to you in a negative way. Remember, I said, family, if they'll sit here and tell you that God is love and love is the highest vibration, but then they'll dangle all of these things in front of your face to distract you not to love yourself. Ain't that the greatest trick that was pulled? Showing you all these things, telling you need to change your body, but you're supposed to love your body just how it is, and whatever you don't like about it, you're supposed to naturally work on it to change it. Showing you all of these things that you can do to fulfill your destiny, but then again making you feel like you're not good enough to do it, or distracting you or trolling you when you're out here doing that. Don't be fooled by the greatest trick that's ever been pulled, family. And please remember this, if you don't remember anything else. You loving yourself is important. Love is the highest vibration. And I know, and I will sit here and say it, everybody doesn't deserve for you to extend it to them. Sometimes you got to know when to just love yourself enough to know that people don't deserve your energy. That doesn't mean you have to be hateful to them, but when you start loving yourself, for one, you see things differently and you actually respond to them differently. You respond to them differently. You pay attention to where your energy is going and flowing, and if it is for your highest good or not. So remember that, family. You really can't do shit in this life without loving yourself first. I didn't name anything that I saw that you could do. If you don't first love yourself, you don't know who you are, and you don't know your true worth. And once you know that, family, let me tell you something. I don't care how many flies come in. I don't care what's going on around you. You see, I'm paying attention, but I'm not allowing it to distract me. Don't allow anything to throw you off your game when you know you're standing in self-love, and you're standing in your truth, and you're standing in your purpose, whatever you were created to do. Don't let anything distract you. And that's going to be the most challenging thing, is to not be a follower to all the distractions and to really stand on it. I hope that I said something to inspire you. I hope I made you smile too, beautiful ones. Till the next time we meet, peace and love.